Hi beauties, Rosie here from rosypena.com, a sewing and style blog. So today's video is all about the Mila bag. So the Mila bag is one of my patterns from my new collection. I recently released my spring/summer free spirit pattern collection. So the Mila bag is one of those patterns. It's a really great simple bag, perfect for if you're going on vacation or if you're going to a market or anything like that. It's so easy to whip up. You guys are going to see in this video. It takes no time at all to sew this together. So I think the Mila bag would be a perfect beginner project. If you've never even sewn anything at all, I think this pattern would be absolutely perfect for you because there's only one pattern piece and you just cut it out twice out of fabric, and also the fabric that it requires is a woven fabric, so you don't have to worry about it stretching or you don't have to worry about it being really unstable whenever you're sewing it. So I think this would be the perfect beginner project. If you want to get into sewing and you don't want to start with the actual garment, this would be perfect for you. So as always with all of our patterns, there's also pattern instructions included with the actual PDF print at home pattern piece. So if you guys do not know how to print or assemble a PDF pattern, I'll insert a little iCard for you here. That way you guys can check out that video and it's going to show you step by step how to actually print out your pattern and how to tape it all together. So the first page of the pattern is actually just a picture of the Mila bag. So the Mila bag is just one size fits all. It's a universal size. And then it goes into the description of the pattern. Travel style bag designed for medium to heavyweight structured fabrics. Mila can be worn on the shoulder or as a crossbody style bag. You have the option to apply a sew-in snap closure or leave it open for quick access to your belongings. Mila is the perfect vacation accessory with endless potential to showcase your special fabric. So like I mentioned in the description of the Mila bag pattern, I think this is really perfect if you have some really gorgeous fabric. I think it would be perfect to use for the Mila bag. That way you can showcase your fabric. But the Mila bag doesn't require very much fabric at all. It only requires 1.25 yards of fabric. So it's really great for using up extra fabric as well. There's also a page showing you how to print out your instructions, and also a little diagram of showing you how the Mila bag pattern will look whenever you have everything taped out together. So the next page of the pattern instructions just shows you how you can lay out your fabric and how you place your pattern pieces on top of your fabric and get everything cut out. And then of course it goes into the actual instructions, but this is a tutorial video, so I'm going to show you step by step how to sew your Mila bag. But it does also have a diagram included in your pattern instructions if you want to follow along with the video and if you want to use your pattern instructions as well. So a few of the suggested fabrics that I would choose for the Mila bag would be fabrics like cotton duck and also a canvas, and you could use a damask and also a poplin. I think would look really cute for the Mila bag. So any type of fabric that is really well structured. You can even use home decor fabric. I think that would work perfect for the Mila bag because a lot of home decor fabrics are very tightly woven and really structured. So I think that would work perfect for a Mila bag. It would hold the shape really well in the pattern. So you definitely don't want to use lightweight fabrics at all. So as long as you stick to medium to heavyweight fabrics, I think everything will work out really well for you for this pattern. So I'll have a link in the description bar below taking you guys to a blog post where I'll talk more about fabrics and suggestions for the Mila bag. But that is really it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to jump right into the tutorial now. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the pattern or if you've sewn one up yourself. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram at Rosy Pena Patterns, and also tag us on Instagram if you make your Mila bag with the hashtag RPMilaBag and hashtag Rosy Pena Patterns. That way I can share your posts and see what you guys are making out there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.
The first step for sewing our Mila bag is to cut it out of your fabric. I actually only had 1 yard of this fabric on hand, and you need 1.25 yards to make your Mila bag. So what I ended up doing was just cutting off a few inches from the upper edge of the strap. But go ahead and place your fabric with right sides facing and cut out your Mila bag 2 times out of your fabric. Go ahead and mark those notches as well. Step is really simple. This bag is so easy to put together. With right side spacing, you're going to pin along the short upper edge, both of the side seams in the bottom of the bag. Go ahead and take your fabric to your sewing machine, and you're going to sew along all the pinned edges with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I like to use Wonder Clips whenever I'm working with bags, and I'll go ahead and link them in the description box below. Once you finish sewing all your pinned edges, go ahead and clean up your seams with a serger or your desired method. Make sure to snip off your extra threads. The next step is really simple. We're just going to pinch out the bottom of the bag, and we're going to match the seam lines and also the notches. So just like you see me doing here, pinch out the bottom of your bag, match the seam lines, and match your notches. Pinched out lower edges of the bag is what gives it its shape, so make sure you pinch out these edges evenly and correctly. Once you do that, take your fabric to your sewing machine and sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, making sure to remove your pins or your wonder clips as you go. To reinforce the bottom of your bag, you can backstitch a few times once you cross the seam line, and also make sure you always backstitch at the beginning of your seam and at the end of your seam. Once you finish sewing both seams, go ahead and clean up your edges with a serger or your desired method. Very last step is to finish the curved edges of our bag. So just turn them under a 1/2 inch to the wrong side, and you're going to sew very close to the raw edge. To help with this step, you can choose to sew a basting stitch a 1/2 inch away from the raw edge, and then use that as a guide to iron your hem in place. I like to just do it at the sewing machine. It's a lot quicker, but if you're a beginner, definitely go ahead and sew a basting stitch to help you. Once you've sewn both of your hems in place, the last step is just to give it a good press at your ironing table. Go ahead and turn your Mila bag with right sides facing out and poke out those corners with your hands. Once you finish with that, you're all done with your Mila bag. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really enjoyed filming it for you. Make sure you check out the Mila bag at rosypenapatterns.com. I'll have everything linked in the description bar below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!